Okay, they're going to go to MLK events instead of go to the inauguration, or they're not going to watch it. People are very butthurt. People are very in their feelings about this whole entire thing. One of the people that are in their feelings is apparently Michelle Obama. She's not going to attend the inauguration, which is, I mean, it happens. I mean, Trump did not attend, right? He didn't go to Biden's inauguration. I mean, it's not like it's sacrilegious not to go, but she didn't go to their funeral either. Let's get into this and let's have that conversation about Michelle Obama, which was making news all over the internet.
Michelle Obama's office confirming to CNN tonight that she will skip Donald Trump's inauguration next Monday without explaining why she's going to be absent at an event that is traditionally attended by both former presidents and their spouses, notable exception from last year. This means the former First Lady will not come face-to-face with the president-elect. This also comes after she missed Jimmy Carter's state funeral here in Washington last week, where, as you can tell by the seating chart that you're looking at here, had she gone, she would have been sitting next to Trump himself. Former President Obama will attend the inauguration, we are told, and our sources are saying tonight that also so will three of the richest men in the world. Tesla CEO Elon Musk, Amazon founder Jeff Bezos, and Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg will all have prime seating for that ceremony, sitting near Trump's cabinet picks and administration officials.
Hey, you know, that's kind of cold-blooded. What's that got to do with Michelle Obama? They're just trying to make the point that Trump's going to have billionaires at his inauguration. Hey, you know who Obama had at his inauguration? I said, you know who Obama had at his inauguration? Wall Street. And Big Pharma. And he had him in his cabinet. And they were part of his administration. And he had the Republicans. And he had the Heritage Foundation, the same people that wrote the dreaded Project 2025 that so many people like Representative Jasmine Crockett and Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow would not stop talking about. Right, his Medicare, his health package, his Obamacare. Yeah, same people. See, these things are all missing in translation during the election. Yeah, but so it's like, you know, I keep saying it, but I gotta keep saying it. Also, fun fact, Kamala Harris had more billionaires contribute to her campaign than Trump. But who's keeping track of that stuff? Definitely not Miss Collins.
So is this your first inauguration?
No, I was actually listening to your show a little bit before I got in the truck here, and I heard, you know, Michelle Obama's not attending. I would kindly remind her that years back, when Obama was first elected, I did not vote for him, but they asked me to play the inauguration, and I played it, and I went. Had a good time. I went for out of respect to the presidency, so I would kindly remind Miss Michelle about that.
Kid Rock dragged his ass to the Obama inauguration. He said, I didn't vote for him, but I went. And I not only went, they said, Kid Rock, would you perform? And I performed because, damn it, that's what a patriot does. Just because you didn't vote for the person doesn't mean you don't show up. Yeah, when Kid Rock has more class than you, that's saying something. No one's ever accused Kid Rock of being classy.
Forgot about that. And that's cool because it's really not about the politics. It's about the office and you got to respect it. Why isn't Michelle attending? All the other first ladies are.
I don't know. She seems a little angry. She might be, I don't know.
Oh, can't say angry. Cannot call Michelle Obama angry because that's playing into a trope of the angry black woman syndrome. How about saying she's just a little ticked off? How about that? That's what's funny about the whole thing is that the Democrats, they always act like they're the grown-ups in the room. And when they want to make a statement, when they are pissed off or when they want to be petulant, when they want to be like stubborn, they always say they got good reasons. But when other people want to be stubborn, those people are children. Those people are bad influences. Those people are unpatriotic. It's just hypocrisy. And look, I don't really care. Let me be clear. I don't care if she show up or not. I don't care if she shows up. If I was having my best day, a big day for me, and you ain't want to be there, don't bring your ass in. I don't need to see you. I only want people that want to be here to be here. You know, that's how I would look at it. I don't think anybody's going to lose sleep because Michelle didn't show. But apparently the country cares. In fact, they care so much that the conversation kept going.
If you can't say something nice,
Yeah,
let me hear it.
That's smart for husbands and people on live television.
Trump's favorite oligarchs, billionaires, are sure to be in attendance, but one VIP who's skipping the event is former First Lady Michelle Obama. Is she right or wrong?
Yes, Lord, she is so right. She is so right.
See, it's like a statement. They clap to not treat the president as president. Now, if anybody felt that way about Obama, what would they call him? You know what it is. Now, look, like I said, I don't care. All I'm doing is pointing out the hypocrisy in the situation. If Republicans was like, I'm not going to see Obama, we already know they'd be called racist. And I'm not even on that shit. I know there's a difference. I understand that. But see, that's the problem when everything gets called racism. You cannot like someone for other reasons. Hypocrite, liar, cheat, scumbag, bad breath, thief, stuff come up missing when they show up. All types of reasons why you cannot like someone. You cannot like someone because of their race, their girth, even dumb reasons. He's creepy. He just kind of creeps me out. You ever know somebody that's kind of creeped you out? Like the way they look at you, it's like, oh God, I don't think I want this mofo around. Or somebody you like, oh, I don't trust this dude. He looks shifty. So there's reasons, but it's like with the Democrats, all the time they go to one place, race. In fact, Michelle Obama did the exact thing.
She gave us that when they go low, we must go high.
She changed that one.
And I think she's changed her tune. I
Yeah.
think when they go low, you have to meet that energy and perhaps go even lower, become small like an ant and go to the earth's crust. And she said that she did not enjoy Trump's 2017 inauguration because there was no diversity, there was no color on that stage. She said there was no reflection of the broader sense of what America looks like. And many people took pictures of her and their
No, stop right there. I gotta freeze it right here. This is where I want to prove out to. I want to talk to my black folks. Y'all can listen to this. Is not inside basketball, but I want black folks to listen to this. I want you to think about what she said here. She said there's not enough diversity. There wasn't enough diversity on the stage with Trump. She didn't say black. A black woman can't say black. Okay? Can't say black. Can't say black, can't say woman, can't say black. She said, hey, at the last inauguration, I didn't like it because there wasn't enough diversity. But it's always using us. It's always using us, right? That's my point. Always using us as the catalyst, as the reason why. You went though. You went. You gave side eyes like you was 22. You went to the inauguration, but you said you were very upset. You did not enjoy it because there wasn't enough adversity. Yeah, if there are reasons not to enjoy Trump's win against your party, I would hope it would be about his policies. Maybe you disagree with his policies. You disagreed with what he planned to do for the country. Those would be the better reasons than for you to say it was because wasn't enough black people up there. Because you always use us. But you still went. So now you're not going because of what? Folks, I'm just tired of the Democratic Party using black people as tokens. We the token, and we are the get out of jail free card, and we are the reason why they can do everything they want to do. See, they couldn't say it about anybody else. They couldn't say, well, it's because of the migrants. I mean, they could, but it doesn't have the same moral authority. I'm going to prove to these people, even to the people that disagree with me, I'm going to continue to hammer this home on you, because I want you to recognize how the Democratic Party plays you and uses black people to do it. Now, you're going to say, hey, Tim, the Republicans are worse, they're bad, all these things. You don't vote Republican, do you? Right? When was the last time you gave to a Republican? Who you in my comment section caping for? Republicans? No. So that's why I'm talking to you about the Democrats. Tim, all your content is on black people. That's all the content y'all watch. You scroll, you look for the thumbnail. If it don't have a black person in it, you ain't interested. 70% of you. I know, because I get the stats. You can say anything out your mouth, but I get the analytics that tell me what you care about. And when it's on a black issue, black people care. Back to my point. See? They use black people as tokens, as pawns in a game. And I'm going to continue to call him out for it. Michelle Obama, one of the most powerful women who has ever existed. Definitely, probably, top 5 powerful black women in American history. Using blackness to say why she won't go to an event. That she could just say she got a code. She had to say that shit. She don't have to use blackness as a reason. She don't have to do that. I would have preferred she use his policies were whack, or something that she disagreed with policy-wise that wasn't good for black people. That would make sense if you said, hey, get what I'm saying, guys? If you say, hey, I'm not going to the inauguration because I don't like his stance on mass incarceration, or his stance on jobs, or his stance on black jobs, or his stance on whatever, but it would be a policy. It'd be something with some type of connective tissue to black people other than just our skin color. You know what I'm saying? At some point, we gotta stop falling for the okie doke. We gotta stop doing it. All right, let's hear more.
She just wasn't in a good mood.
What bothers me is the capitulation that's going on everywhere. I mean, at this point, Michelle, Nancy, Kamala, and Karen Pence are standing up against Trump. The men are folding like cheap suits.
It's the women. Yeah. It's just
the
like
women.
They call it standing up to Trump by not going to his inauguration. No, standing up to Trump would have been beating him. That would be the way you want to stand up. You want to win an election. Yeah, you're not proving no point by not going to his day. In fact, it's probably better you're not there. They kind of forget what protest was all about. Protest was about showing up and showing your defiance. That's what a protest is. Protesters show up and they stay there and they don't do what you want them to do. That's what a protest is. Stay at home, that's not a protest. Black people, they get their rights by not going. And let's say we're boycotting, like in retail establishment, or like the bus boycott. I get that. Don't get on the bus. But you're not inconvenienced by not going to an event. You know, you're not walking to work every day for a year, which is what the bus boycotts required in order to be effective. People don't talk about how long it took. The point is, they want to make these petty displays into something big. This should not even be a conversation. You just call in sick, don't show up. Why is it got to get news? This lazy form of activism. And that's one of the reasons why I'm not a fan of Michelle Obama, and I'll say it very plainly for you. I am not a fan of hers. She had the pulpit for 4 years, 8 years. What she talk about? Kids' obesity. That's it. She didn't fight for black women. She didn't fight for black men. She didn't fight for black anything. She took pictures with Jay-Z and Beyonce and hung out and talked big and protected rich people from criticism, saying, don't be mad if people got money. It's not about money. It's about loving one another. Meanwhile, they leave the White House with 20 times more money than they had when they entered the White House. They're going to tell poor people, it ain't about money. Let's stop focusing on money. Things are so much more important. We don't need to be separated by money. Meanwhile, her and Oprah sit over there, flush with money, telling poor people it ain't about money. So, no, I'm not a fan of Michelle Obama. That being said, I don't give a damn if she shows up or not. Once again, I'm pointing out what? Hypocrisy.
I agree. I just want to say, this is not a normal inauguration.
No.
This is not a normal person.
Right.
He's a convicted felon. Why do they go as if this is a normal inauguration?
And
It's
listen,
not. Because
It bothers me how much. Folks, it really bothers me how much the Democrats like saying convicted felon. I thought we had a problem with Biden's record of mass incarceration, with all the felonies that Biden handed out. Yeah, it just smacks of hypocrisy, guys, because a lot of us were upset with all the felonies that Joe Biden handed out. He bragged about how many people he was locking up. He bragged about being this guy so tough on drugs, tough on crime. Throughout his entire city career. That's what he bragged about. It didn't stop Obama from putting him on the ticket. And now we're in this weird place where Democrats repeatedly keep saying Trump is an evil person, he is a felon. And now we got Biden doing all these commutations, where he's committing all these sentences of what? Felons. Biden is commuting sentences of nonviolent felons. And all we keep hearing from Democrats is Trump is a felon, Trump is a felon, Trump is a felon. And it just sounds like it just all bumps into each other. You know what I'm saying? It just, I don't know, man. It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard if you're a champion for the Democrats. I don't know how you do it, man. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like being able to put your foot in your mouth. You know, something weird. I can say more, but I won't. You know, it's like being able to, I don't know. There's like this test where they tell men to bend over, put your head on the wall, bend over, pick up a chair. There's something about men's hips. We can't do it the way where our frame is built. Only women can do it because something. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, man. It's just weird what these people do. I don't get it. And then they make it okay, and then you run around online and you chastise others who disagree with you. And you're supposed to be the moral compass. Not unless it leads to hell. I just don't get it. I'm not understanding. And I'm not saying all this to say the Republicans are better. I'm not saying that. Once again, you know, black people don't vote Republican for the most part. Some of them voted Trump, though, but not a lot. Not a lot. Still, the least amount, black people still voted less for Trump than any other group. But still, some did vote for him. Let's keep going.
The weakness it presents to the friggin' globe when you have presidents that say just because of this, we're not going to. The America voted. The normalizing of President Trump happened when the American public went out and voted. And
okay,
him.
let me say this about Germans
Michelle.
voted also.
I think Michelle.
Germans voted also.
Yeah, this whole normalized thing, I never understood it. He normalized. But did you hear what Joy Behar just said? Hold on, guys.
Germans voted also.
Oh, God. So that's how you got
because
sued.
of this, we're not going to. The America
take our
voted.
ball and go
The
home.
normalizing of President Trump happened when the American public went out and voted and picked
okay,
him.
let me say
That's
this
what
about
happened.
Michelle.
voted also.
I think Michelle
Germans voted also.
I think
Said the Germans voted also. There we go again. Comparing Trump to Hitler. That's right, because when nothing else works, when you can't win an election, when you're losing on policy, when people are not showing up for you, when people do not like your candidates, when you're not the flavor of the month of the country, go to the one thing that works. Hitler. Gotta use Hitler. You know what? I don't think for most black people that shit works. Yeah, I don't think it works. I think it's a big fat loser. Didn't work for them or the Latinos. I don't think it motivated Latinos or the blacks or the poor. And I don't think most middle class black, white people, I don't think most middle class white people gave a shit about that fear thing about Hitler. Yeah, most people had an idea that there was a difference between Trump and Hitler, even if you guys were too hypocritical to say it, you know? It's kind of like, I don't know. You know, like Mike Tyson bit off a piece of Evander Holyfield's ear, but he wasn't Hannibal Lecter, you know? They didn't make him Hannibal Lecter, the son of Sam, just a guy who was, you know, bit someone's earlobe partially off. You know? I don't know.
Also,
I think Michelle Obama is living her best life, and I think she has learned to put herself first and put her mental health first.
Yep.
I think there's a lot of Americans who feel exactly the same way.
Yes.
Which is why news viewership and things like that have gone down dramatically because people are checking out.
They're checking out because y'all full of shit. That's why people are checking out, because politics and the news, they don't trust the news. The trust of the news entities is so much lower than it used to be. And you're part of the reason why, Anna Navarro. You suck. I don't know if anyone's told you that. I look at the view comment section and I see some people, I like Anna. You're dumb. And I don't mean that like, I know I don't have a right to say that like, but that's just what I believe. I think that if you think Anna Navarro is a trusted source of information, you got a monopoly board and you don't have all the pieces. You're missing a few pieces. You got a checkerboard set without any reds. You don't got two things that match. You got Kool-Aid, no sugar. Yeah, I just don't get it, man. But if you're one of these people that feels like you are so distraught because Donald Trump won, that you are mentally, like you got TD, you literally have TDS, traumatic stress disorder, TSD, PTSD. That's it, post-traumatic stress disorder. You don't know, you not only have TDS or Trump derangement syndrome, you got PTSD because somebody else is going to be in the White House? Let me tell y'all something, and I mean this with all due respect and all the love that I can muster from my Prince George's County Public School background. Let me say this. If your biggest problem is Trump is in the White House, you're doing damn good. Yeah, man. If your biggest problem, if you lay at night looking up at the bed, looking up at the ceiling, and you're thinking Trump's in the White House, if that's your biggest problem, you are blessed beyond measure. We got real problems. Some of us got real problems. Can the church say amen? Can the church say amen? Hold on, let me say that one more time. This is a clip. Let me say this one more time for the whole room to hear. Even people in the cheap seats. If your biggest problem in your life is Trump is in the White House, you are blessed. Yeah, if at night you are laying in your bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking, oh my God, Donald Trump's in the White House, You are blessed beyond measure. You hear me? Some of us got real problems. We got real things knocking on our door. We got health problems, ailings, parents, bills stacked up, and you sitting up here needing therapy over who's sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Jeez, give me a break and cut the cap. Anna Navarro thinks it's a flex to say that. That is the dumbest nonsense in the world. You really think Michelle Obama, and Michelle Obama is trying to avoid stress by not going to the inauguration, that just furthers the whole idea, the actual belief system that all you bunch of rich elites are nothing but living in an ironclad titanium bubble. An elitist bubble detached from reality from the working class people from the rest of us. If that's her stress. And that kind of like points to one of my biggest beefs with her. People looked at her and they gave her credit for being a black woman, and they attributed things to her, such as, because black women are some of the most caring people on the planet, man. It's something about black women, the pain and the struggle, the legacy that black people have, and the way that black women are so resilient. Now, I'm not on that Dr. Umar, right, where you just big up anything and all that. But I gotta say, the iconography of black women, the tapestry of the black woman's historical contribution, what is truly the history of the black woman in America, it creates this mythology. Some of it is, because black women had their struggles, but it also creates this archetype in our minds that says black women are so resilient, so empathetic. Nothing loves you more than a black woman. It's like this thing that we have in this country. Look at the roles they put black women in when they're not trying to exploit them sexually. Black women share this special space for this. That's how America has projected them. And it's usually just to extract money out of them, to make money off it. But what I'm saying, Michelle Obama and all the handlers, they use that. They had the empathy on their face and the look in their eye and all this, and look at the kids and all this stuff. They're using all that on us. But what came out of her mouth? Was there a single solitary thing that wasn't about wealth, trying to get money? Like, oh, well, we're gonna make money, and we're gonna, and don't hate the rich and don't eat the rich, and kids need to jog, but nothing really about creating a middle class. Obama could have been an FDR for black people, but he was not. He was too focused on being a Ronald Reagan for white people. That's what he was. And for LGBTQ, and for DACA, and for immigrants and migrants. That's what he was. So she used the currency of blackness, and like I stated, she used everything that was her. Then she don't own it. You don't own blackness. And she used that femininity and the black femininity and the matriarchy, that's it, to trade it in for marbles. And I'm sorry, I got a problem with it. So when you criticize me, when I say I'm not a fan of hers, maybe you'll disagree. You might still disagree, but I hope I articulated a very sound reason. It's a reasoned, thoughtful articulation of why. And I think that's what people need to do more often. We need to take the time with Benny Johnson and Pat Bet-David and even like Joe Rogan, all of them. Ben Shapiro, Jake Uger, any of these big name people, when you are articulating what you're upset about, when you're making these statements, you should have to go in depth and explain where it's coming from. And not just be able to say it and just throw it out. And people should hold you accountable to being able to articulate a thought. You're going to be talking to millions of people. I would think your audience will want you to fully explain yourself. I know I've never heard anybody truly articulate about what their beef was with Michelle. They make jokes, they make memes, but they don't make sense. So anyway, back to this. I'm not on my own, I'm not saying, I'm patting myself on the back. I don't want to break my arm. But that's my problem with Michelle Obama. That's my problem with the Democratic Party. And I keep saying, I'm going to keep doing my best to explain why the Democrats, how I feel the Democrats misuse and abuse Black Americans. Because they don't do that with anybody else. All right, let's keep going, guys. Well, they do. LGBTQ. And migrants. Hell, they do it with everybody. They misuse everybody. But I'm saying, shit. Let's keep going. What else we got? I think this is going to end with a bang. As soon as Navarro's done, I think one of them, I don't know her name. I think it's Elisa. She's going to make a very sound point. So hang in there. Hang tight.
I think Michelle Obama sat there, did her job when she was the outgoing First Lady. When she was the outgoing First Lady, she had the Trumps to the White House. She was nice. She played nice. She went to the inaugural. She sat through that insane speech about American carnage. All her pictures are like, what am I listening to? Yeah. So I think this time she's saying, boo, been there, done that. You're solo on this. I'm out. I'm going to do what's best for my mental health. And I think she's fine to do that, you know?
This is a fascinating stat. Hear this. 18 million people who voted for Joe Biden in 2020 sat out this election. There were reasons, they didn't vote for Trump. There were reasons people said, I don't want either of these options. So it's not just that Donald Trump won, also Democrats lost. Kamala Harris lost. Joe Biden lost. Like, that's the reality.
More people voted for Joe Biden in 2020 and Donald Trump refused to go. So 82 million people
peeled off and didn't vote for him
again.
Then
why 75 million, should count. I'm too aggravated now. We'll be right back.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting that 18 million people that voted for Joe Biden did not vote for Kamala Harris. Got that one wrong. Joe Biden didn't run a second time. I mean, he did, but he didn't, So they did not vote for Kamala Harris. Okay? Yeah. This right here. This
are like, what am I listening to?
This right here is not. I mean, shit, I could do that. You understand? I could do that. I could give you a side eye. I can side eye Trump. I can side eye the Republicans. I think it's shameful that you could be one of the most powerful people on the planet. And people will allow you to get away with using that power the same way they use their power. A damn facial expression. Yeah, if you want to stick it to Trump, you should have just gave Black people reparations. Yeah, if you wanted to piss off Republicans, why didn't Obama try to do a reparations bill or even get H.R. 40 through the floor, make them take it to the floor or something? Like, if you really want to piss off somebody, that's what you do. You do something that helps Black people. That's what you do. Maybe you outlaw being a multi-billionaire or something. I don't know. You do something that's effective. But I prefer you do something for Black people. Yeah, do something for Black Americans. That'll really tick them off. But this, I do that. People let her get away with that. People let that be important. Since when did making faces become important? Let me be clear, man. I make faces and I get loud on the mic because that's all I can do. Y'all remember Harlem Nights? Remember Harlem Nights, that famous scene when they're standing out there shooting those guns and Arsenio, everybody's shooting. And Arsenio's shooting, I guess he's shooting a 38. Bam! And it's a little guy over there, he's shooting a 22. Pick it. When he was shooting a 22, and Arsenio got tired of him. Arsenio says, stop shooting that mother! Stop shooting that mother, sister! Yeah! Because he's shooting a little 22. But why is he shooting a little 22? Because that's all he has. What was Arsenio shooting? He was shooting the big gun because he had the big guns. Michelle Obama had the big guns. And what was she doing? Shooting a 22. Doing like this. Okay. Y'all got me now. Y'all with me now. Y'all understand my point. Now, they had to get there. Context matters, right? All right. All right, let's go to the next one, guys. Remember, hit the like button if you're feeling this content. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it tonight.